I think that this is the most awesome place, and I know that it has saved my life, and I have seen many, many miracles here.
54 million people in the United States live with a disability. The nonprofit organization Easter Seals has been helping individuals with disabilities and special needs and their families live better lives for more than 80 years. Whether helping someone improve physical mobility, return to work, or simply gain greater independence for everyday living, Easter Seals offers a variety of services to help people with disabilities address life's challenges and achieve personal goals.
And yeah, I started working here about 3 years ago. My friend actually called me that day. He asked me if I wanted to work that day, and I said sure. I came by, and they were actually teaching a general exercise class, and I hopped in with that. I started, co-teaching it, I guess, and then I started teaching swim lessons, and that's kind of how I started.
Here, okay? When you bring your hand in, Max, when you bring your hand in, you're gonna keep it straight as it goes in, and then it's gonna push the water up. Yeah, just like that.
Probably about 2 years ago now, I started taking kids with special needs, taking on teaching children with special needs, with autism, cerebral palsy, things like that. And then I thought, well, this is something that Easter Seals works with. Easter Seals, is known for working with children, the Infant Development Program and the Child Development Center. We work with children that need occupational therapy, speech therapy, and why not incorporate that at our swim pool? So I began promoting that within the last year, I'd say. And right now I probably have about 10 kids that we service here that we do not so much therapy with, but swim lessons. And it's more like a recreation thing for them, more than anything. I love working with kids. I've been doing this since I was 11, so since I was a kid. Some of my kids, it's great working with all of them, and I have my favorites sometimes. I have a child right now that he's 3 years old. He is autistic, and he does occupational therapy here at Easter Seals, but now he started coming with me, and just learning about that stuff for me is huge. Like, I want to get as much as I can out of it, but learning that he just recently started opening up to people. He's very he'll like to hug, he loves to laugh. Like, it's just something when you think that you're doing this, that you're making this child laugh, that you're he's not vocal, he doesn't talk, but just he's laughing with me, and I try to encourage them to count just the same. Like, I know that if I can get them to say a couple words here and there, count 1, 2, 3, and then jump into the water with me, that's huge to me. It's just, you see the parents actually, they see it, that you are working with their kid and their child is actually making improvements.
Sharon Russell began bringing her granddaughter Amanda to Easter Seals Pool 3 years ago. Amanda is a 13-year-old cancer survivor who lives in Texas, but visits her grandparents in Ventura every summer. Last year, Maria was the first person that got Amanda to put her head underwater. Since coming to the pool, Sharon has seen a lot of change in Amanda, not just physically, but socially. She is more open and trusting with people after her struggle with such a debilitating disease, Sharon said. Dave Green began attending Easter Seals Pool 10 years ago when he became quadriplegic. Dave was determined to recover his mobility through water exercise. Thanks to the therapists that have helped Dave along his way, he has regained some of his mobility and is able to work out in the pool. Dave said he wouldn't be as mobile or as active if it weren't for this pool. The warm water in the pool is therapeutic to the joints. It makes the body relax and expand, whereas in cold water or normal temperatured water, joints may contract and get tight. The resistance of the water is a strengthening mechanism so that every movement has resistance. Fighting the water improves strength, and the buoyancy of the water takes pressure from the joints.
coming to Easter Seals for almost 3 years. A friend told me about it, and I was working on losing weight. She highly recommended it for the various disabilities that I have, such as fibromyalgia, chronic arthritis, and a battery of other wonderful goodies. And so I came here, and I've been here ever since. And this place has saved my life and had me lose, I've lost about 160 or 170 pounds. I'd have to math it out. The weight came off by attending this pool and the classes offered here, along with nutritional changes and additional exercise activity. But mainly, I would say the credit, because of the large amount of weight I was carrying, it was impossible for me to walk like other people. It was impossible for me to do things like a person with, say, maybe only 20 or maybe even 50 pounds, because I had more than 150. So going in the water allowed me to be weightless and allowed me to build muscles and perform movements that ended up giving me muscles and pulled the weight off of me. It's a place that everyone, no matter what their age, no matter what their looks, no matter what's wrong with them, it's an all for one, one for all, everybody's for everyone, and that's a really hard thing to find in this world.